monster inside of us. We had it coming along for a while now. We had a fire burn at the start, but emotions put it out. Just waiting for something to sparkle again. I keep asking myself how it's happened. Now I'm asking, how will I go on? Now I'm asking, without you. Wildfire at the start, then we turn to ashes, taken by the wind, gone forever. I wish I could go back and turn the table when we were younger. I wish I could change you. We fell out, we were the stars with no light. We're the snow in July, we're the earth with no life. I keep asking myself, how's it happening? Now I'm asking, how will I go on? Now I'm asking, all that.
Oh, sex.
Position.
Yeah, that's all you're fucking listening
Yeah.
to. We
So,
live
yeah,
already.
yeah, we're going live, guys. Welcome back. GhettoRig episode number
saw the cameras on you, so.
134, right? 134?
Stop asking me. You should know this.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm just-
yeah. I
I'm
was
just
the one that
joking. It's
posted it, too.
134.
I'm not gonna know this. Just so
134.
you guys know, I will not know the
134,
numbers
yes.
from now on.
Yeah,
Don't
134.
expect me.
So, my name is Jay, and this is my co-host, Eddie. Behind that, we have the bestest podcaster
I try.
Producer
I make mistakes, but
in the entire
we're out
YouTube
here.
multiverse.
Jay, do you think it's a good thing to start off the podcast by introducing your producer with the most incorrect grammatical things I've ever heard in one sentence?
Listen, if we had to
We're
follow...
supposed to be like coherent here, bro.
Yes, if
For
we
a podcast.
Yeah, and then not use bad words, remember.
Oh yeah, okay. That was not gonna happen.
But if we were to be most grammatical in this and that, this podcast would not go past episode 10. At that point, we would assess the situation and said we need to quit.
I feel like me and Jay have a really bad stutter sometimes as well. So
Yeah,
that doesn't
we all
really
stutter a
that
little
doesn't
bit.
help.
Not this is stutter, but we all get stuck.
Yes.
In one way or
It
another,
does
we get stuck.
once in a while, yeah.
I
So,
sound like
guys,
a fucking exhaust.
Yeah, like a...
I sound like a car meet.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens. And usually that happens when I'm trying to be all grammatical and shit. Like
When
when I'm
you're trying.
actually talking, yeah.
When you're trying, is what
yeah,
happens.
that's what I'm
Or when
saying.
you get riled up.
Yeah.
When you get riled up, it happens. Even though if you're just not speaking naturally, when you get riled up, sometimes it
Yeah, I'll go to
happens.
like 2 speed.
Yeah.
Like I'm listening to my audiobooks in 2 speed.
I don't understand how you
Why
do
do you
that
speed
shit.
up when you start like getting angry at somebody? You speed up your words.
I
Oh,
do,
you do.
and that comes from like I'm telling you, it's the audiobooks and podcasts that I listen at 2 speed.
What the fuck? That doesn't. That
I
has
don't
nothing
think that
to
can
do with it. I don't think
influence
that's what
your
it is.
speech.
I'm telling you, that's what it is.
You get very passionate about the subject and you start going fucking
I
fast.
Get
think
it
you
all
should
out.
just do that, dog. I don't think it's necessarily the podcast, watching the
Could be.
podcast.
I don't know.
Is it
I
because
don't
you-
understand how he
is
does
it
that.
is
though.
it be,
Just
maybe
fucking watch the
maybe like
podcast
some
at 2
type
speed.
of survival instinct where I have to say this fast and I have to be on my toes
I think he has
and I have to be
do,
thinking a little bit quicker.
Maybe.
or it has to do with an
But what did he
idea
have to survive?
that I have this like this this idea that somebody might jump in and stop what I'm trying to say in full, like this unreasonable idea of thinking about that. You know what I mean? If it's multiple things, I don't know what the hell's going on in my head at that point. It just comes out, you know. But guys, just a heads up, dude. We just went to that UFC place where they're recruiting everyone. I'm telling you, the place was chock full of people, and it was 7 o'clock. That's when they were supposed to leave. So I think, do you guys still have the founder member? Or
10
is it all
slots.
gone?
10 slots left.
Okay, so it's basically gone. So they already got a bunch of members in there, guys. UFC Largo, sign up, hit up Eddie. If you don't live in this area, move down this area so you can go to that gym. And if you're not doing it, you're a bitch. You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah. The gym's gonna have everything. We're gonna
Yeah.
have your basic gym access, which is what Jay was just talking
Jay's
about.
out here single-handedly increasing rent prices.
Yeah. Fuck you, Jay. Don't do that. Don't do that. We have our basic gym access at $9.99 a month. That membership is about to go away. That one's gonna be going away, and then you'll just have our fitness, which is right now $24.99, Challenger $79.99, and Champion, which gets everything at $129. That one, all of those will be going up as well. You know, those are our most affordable prices right now. Which, if you compare those to other gyms and what they offer, it's nowhere near what you would pay somewhere else.
Yeah. And then also Vitality, guys, if you want to get your credit. And if you... There shouldn't be like, if I want to get my credit, I'll type in Vitality. It's not that if you need to get that credit, because I'm telling you, you need this in your life. You've been eating way too many microplastics not to get Vitality's services. Yeah. I mean, a lot of microplastics. All that inflammation they got in their body due to
Go in there and do some
microplastics.
cryo.
Yeah, do some cryo, do some cold and hot therapy, some PMF. I know some of your arthritis fingers hurt. Just get that PMF done. You know what I mean?
That shit helped a lot when I first hurt my knees a couple times in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it does work a lot. A lot. As a matter of fact, people use that. They take it to another level. I saw this kid. He went all the way to Mexico and got stem cell injections, and they put him directly onto a PMF machine. And they told him to continue doing the PMF because that's going to help those stem cells work better.
Yeah.
Like,
I bet BPC. I bet when you're using
BPC?
BPC to do PMF after like
Yeah.
doing that would probably help too.
probably hella help, yeah.
You know who's gonna need some PMF?
Huh.
Justin Gaethje.
Too soon, bro. Too soon.
It's not
Too
too
soon.
soon. It's not too soon.
Too
That's-
soon?
Oh, dude, talking about Justin Gage. Well, talking about the fights. Do you see how Pereira set up that combo?
Cowboy said, "Let me cook."
Did you see that? Because prior to even him setting up that combo, he steps on Jamal Hill's foot and just like plants his foot, and that's when he goes, pop.
I didn't see that, but
I
I
did
did see some
see-
comments that were saying, "Dude, you cannot read this man's like left hook. You cannot." And it's true. He barely telegraphs it.
Well, I don't know if you can read it or not, but I think the power that comes with his punch, even if he
He has a
clips you a
very
little
stiff
bit,
arm. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
even if he clips you, man, that's just
There was a
delivering hell of.
there was a lot of things about that moment that you could say set up this, set up that. I think what happened was he capitalized on a moment where Jamal thinks he was still making reads. You know, he
Yeah.
had just got hit in the balls. It literally tapped hands. 1-2 step, boom, it happens. I listened to the press conference. He talked about how he was already starting to set up the distance to begin to throw. And he was getting the distance set up, and when he hit him in the balls, he didn't want to stop because he didn't want to have to reset his process and mess with the strategy and this and that. That's why he instantly waved Herb off. And I don't know if him stepping on his foot was part of the strategy, because I watched the video. It was very I don't think that was part of the plan. I think it was more of like getting there as fast as possible, being explosive as possible, closing that distance as quick as possible, and he threw that fucking left hook in like an awkward angle.
Mhm.
It came in like at almost a 45 versus a.
It looked
you
like
know.
it looked like it had a good snap on it.
At one point when I first watched the replay at full speed, I was like, "Wait, it was an uppercut?" And then you had to watch it again. You can see it's a hook, but it's coming. It's coming instead of like this. It's coming at like a bottom angle almost, and it comes up to Jamal's face like this. Crazy fucking fight.
Now you know what I've watched a couple of his knockouts afterwards, and I don't know if it was the same type of energy that went into that punch, but he hit Strickland. Strickland fell
left
and he
hook.
was able to get up,
Yeah,
but then he
Strickland
hit
was
him
reaching.
again. He hit Yuri Prohaska. He went down and he was able to come back and clinch with him, but then again got pummeled.
It wasn't really a clinch. It was more he shot for the double.
Yeah,
He
but
kinda
he
shot
was
for a
still
double.
kind of like, I don't know if Yuri Prohaska took the punch better or he just didn't get the full punch. You know what I mean? Out of those guys.
I don't know. I think that all punches land differently, and even when one lands in the same spot as the last one at the same amount of power, the body doesn't always react the same. It's a gamble. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know how your body's gonna react. Really, you can't. It's one of those things. Like especially, you can't train your chin. I mean, you can at first when you start to fight, right, to be able to take shots and not affect you much. But at the end of the day, what you're gonna take full power shots to your chin to not get knocked out? No, dog. What that's gonna do is fuck you up even worse.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway, there were some good fights. But this new card, the 301, is just as freaking good. Do you see the
I saw
301?
301 has got Jose.
It has Jose on there, and then he has what's his name? Well, Makhachev obviously is
I think
fighting.
Davison Figueiredo's
Figueiredo's on there. There's a bunch of
Islam is not
pull up
fighting.
301.
Islam is not fighting 301.
I thought he's in 301.
No. Islam is fighting in June, bro.
Pull up UFC 301 fight card.
I got you.
But anyway, guys, yeah, talking about UFC, come out there if you want a conversation with us about UFC, cars,
There it is.
watches, whatever.
Yeah, Alejandro Pantoja,
Relationships, politics.
Jose Aldo, Anthony Smith, Michelle Pereira, Paul Craig. I mean, it's a good card, but it's not one of their strongest.
No,
cards,
go to Makhachev's card. Because
Well-
he has Connor on there. Makhachev.
No, you're mistaken.
Connor is not on that.
No, Connor's. So when I listened to the press conference, that's what I'm telling you. They came literally. Dana White started the press conference. This is funny.
He
Dana White
started
the press
talking, and then they
conference.
gave him a piece of paper. He's like,
Right.
oh, piece of paper.
So he said
Okay,
June
look.
9th.
Look, you got Islam. Then you have Sean Strickland.
Yeah. Jeremiah Wales, Nico Price. Yeah. So you
Go,
got
go down.
Islam
Open
and-
more fights. Open more fights. Hit more fights.
You see, this is June 1st. They're fighting June 29th.
Okay.
But he announced it all together.
Okay. Maybe I misunderstood what I was looking at.
Yep.
Oh, Whitaker Chimaev is right after that.
Yeah.
What day is this? June 1st, and then go to 303. There you go. June 29th, Conor McGregor,
Okay.
Michael
Okay.
Chandler.
Okay. Yeah. Chimaev is coming right after that. Okay.
Before those two, in between.
Yeah.
Whitaker and Chimaev. I wonder how that's gonna go.
Whitaker and Chimaev.
Yeah,
It's
because
gonna be a good fight. I like Whitaker.
Rob is a strong wrestler as well. But
Yeah,
we'll see how.
and
it goes.
I like him a lot. I think
Yeah.
he's a good fighter.
Me too. But man, Chimaev is a beast.
He
Now
is.
we kind of in his past few fights, we've seen some more of the what it's like when he's up against the top tier guys like Gilbert
Yeah.
and Kamaru. So we'll
So
see how he
I was
performs
talking
against another one.
I was talking at work to the guys, and I was talking to them about the girls, the conjoined twins that we were talking about on the
Mhm.
podcast. Yeah,
It's a good segue.
and they asked me, well, one of them has a husband.
He does.
What if the other one also decides to get a husband as well?
Right.
We discussed that on the
Yeah.
podcast. Remember?
We
How
did?
would that work? Yeah.
Yeah, we asked the question, but we don't got no answers.
Yeah. We don't.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
are the guys sleeping on the same bed?
I don't know. They get turns at that.
So if one of them wants to get head and the other one doesn't, how's that work?
And is that considered like
The dudes probably have to wrap their hands around each other.
is
Yeah.
that
at the same time.
is that considered an Eiffel Tower now, or more of the Pentagon type of deal?
I think it's just a shape that math doesn't know yet. think it's its
something
own
to
little
be
shape.
something to be discovered.
Yeah. I think it's its own shape at this point.
I
But
don't know. I don't know.
But yeah,
there's
so
no
there's a
shape
bunch
to
of things that
describe
are happening in politics. I don't know. You guys see, it was right when the fights were going on. Israel was dropping bombs. I mean, Iran was dropping bombs on Israel. So that was a thing.
I saw some of the videos of that shit.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was Israel found out that Iran had a person placed in an embassy that was aiding with obtaining weapons for the insurgents. So they went in and they did a surgical strike because the Canada's embassy was next door. So it wasn't just like bombing everything, hopefully we'll kill people. So they did a surgical strike because Canada's embassy wasn't touched. They eliminated the guy, and along they killed 7 other people, right? So Iran was like, well, we have to retaliate because our society is not happy. But they pretty much went to Israel and said, hey, Israel, on this day, we're going to be doing rockets. Watch out. And so basically what happened was 99% of those 200 rockets, drones that went over, were shot down by this thing called Iron Sky, right? And
Is it Iron Sky or Iron Dome?
Iron Dome. Yeah. And then the thing is that Russia has been buying their drones that they're making because it costs only like $6,000 to buy them, and Ukraine is using like $40,000 to strike down a $6,000 drone. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what makes these drones like because they don't have the infrastructure for it, so they're using the cheapest possible way to make things. So that's, but a lot of people are like, well, Iran is a bigger country than going. No, they won't be able to. Israel just has so much defense money that even if Iran and Egypt and a bunch of other countries came together, Syria combined together, they would not be able to like take on Israel.
From the military aspect, they're a lot more technologically advanced.
A lot more. They have a whole entire like air force that would just literally destroy everything, right? So
They're known for their defense, especially again their Iron Dome. They're very good at intercepting missiles and
Yeah.
shit like that.
So this has sparked. The reason I talked about this because this next article we're going to talk about. This has sparked a whole slew of issues, right? So Dearborn, Michigan. If anybody ever heard of this city, Dearborn in Michigan,
I think
Dearborn,
I have
Michigan.
heard of it, but
It has a high population of Muslims that live in Dearborn, Michigan. So recently, someone filmed this meeting of people that were getting together, and the guy was teaching these people how to say death to Israel and death to United States. Like literally, they're chanting this shit during this meeting in Dearborn, Michigan, right? And that sparked a thing for me to look for, dig a little more deeper. And then I was watching PBD podcast, and this thing came out. So this lady pretty much went on a city council and threatened them all. So not this article. If you pull up the other article that was just below it, it's got the full video. Go down, go down, go down, go down a little bit more. Right there. Play that.
You guys want to criminalize us with metal detectors? We'll see you at your house. We'll murder you.
That's it. Pause. and then after she says that, she has this long speech how United States is XYZ bad, blah blah blah. And then then she gets off to go sit down, and the person that's like the main person that's in there is like, Miss, stand up. We're gonna escort you out of here with police officer because that was a threat.
Yeah.
And they took her and imprisoned her because of that. Now she was standing trial for, and apparently they found that she has 18 other counts of things like this, right?
Is this considered activism?
Well, you can't
Well,
threaten people.
my question here was, is this free speech?
Or you're calling to harm someone. So
Yeah. Now, aren't we happy that this dumbass had the free speech and spoke out?
what do you mean?
Yeah.
So now we can lock her ass up.
Oh, so you're saying we're happy that we have free speech so we can count out
Correct.
the crazies.
Yeah,
Oh,
because like
okay.
there's a saying like the best antibiotic is the sun, right? Let that shit shine, so we know exactly who these people are. Like if you want to cause harm, hey, you got free speech. Speak up, motherfucker.
Yeah, say it.
Speak up. Say it. Say it, man. Say it, like call for violence so we can fucking take you.
Make sure to post it. Make
So
sure
we know who bitch ass daughter.
Yeah.
make sure to post it on Facebook and Twitter and all that.
Yeah, bro.
do
Like,
it.
do all those things. You know what I mean? Do all those things so we can know if you're a racist. So
Well,
we can know if
you
you're
know what
not
I-
a Nazi.
well,
we can know if you're against
It's not
someone and
that-
trying to
it's
kill
not
them.
that easy. I keep saying Aussie today because I've been around
Yeah.
this man all day. It's not that easy because what you're also doing is allowing them to go and say that just so you can find them, but they're also going to start to influence people.
Yeah, and great. We lock them motherfuckers up too.
That's not that simple, Jay. That's not that simple.
What do you mean it's not that simple? Like if someone is coming in and like clearly wants to wreak havoc, or even saying that they're going to wreak havoc, or even inciting violence,
Problem is-
I want to lock them up.
Problem is you have people have like children and younger adults have access to this
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah, lock
Who
them
are
up too.
Easily influenced.
Lock them up.
No, dog, you're tripping right now. That's not
Lock
how it
them up,
works.
bro.
That's not how that works.
You
bro.
know the reason why Dubai is considered one of the safest countries? You literally can go out there, leave your
Yeah, Neon just got a year for filming in an amusement park.
correct. Because they don't take shit from no one. You go against the rules, you get either locked up or you get prison sentence, you get fines. Like you can literally leave a purse or bag full of money on a hood of your car and your car open with the keys inside and your wallet. People will come in, grab the purse, put it inside the car, close the door. There's multiple YouTube videos. You can go on there and see. Now, I don't know if these are planned or not, but there are multiple YouTube videos that these people are like will go in any neighborhood and do this shit. Nobody touches anything because they know the consequences.
Dog, that's money on the road. Cap. It's a cap, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you don't believe me,
Oh shit.
now if you don't believe me, obviously I don't have a first-hand experience. The only thing I go off of is the YouTube videos of influencers that go to in these countries
Well,
and do these things.
We know a lot of those things can be set up. The majority of those things
Could
are
be,
set
but
up.
at the end of the day, Dubai is considered one of the
I
safest
get what you're
countries.
saying.
Why?
It is,
Because
and
they
you're
follow
right.
the
It
fucking
is.
rules.
It is one of the safest
You know what I mean?
countries.
And this is what I'm saying. If you make the rules strict and you imprison these motherfuckers that break them, no matter their status, no matter their whatever, like, just fucking prison.
So the 6-year-old calling for white nationalism.
Jail.
I saw it on Instagram. Prison.
No, six-year-old calling for white nationalism. Parents go to prison, and the child gets put in the system
What if
because
the parents had nothing
because
to do with it. Let's say, okay, let's put it a little older, right? A little more emotional of a kid in puberty. Let's say
Yeah.
12-year-old kid,
Mhm.
right? A lot of access to
Parents.
the internet.
parents.
Listen what I'm gonna say. For whatever reason, their parents
Mhm.
their parents had an argument with the kid.
Mhm.
Mid mad all week. This kid on his phone decides to revolt by doing this.
Yeah.
Parents still
Yes. Because
the
they're
kid,
because
the kid
they're
made a bad emotional
because
decision.
you as a
as a
parent,
child?
if you decided to have a kid, learn how to be a good parent and discipline your kids. I'm sorry, it's your fault. Your kid is a fucking delinquent.
So the parents should go to jail.
Yeah, 100%. Jail.
Jail.
Jail. Straight to jail. I know this is very very like hard hitting. Now obviously some of this stuff I'm joking about, but what I think is, we need to have these rules and we need to like literally enforce them.
Yeah, you just want a little bit more strict rules
Yes.
and more enforcement of those rules.
Yes. I do.
I get that.
Until it is.
I don't want to Dubai though. That's for damn fucking sure.
What do you mean?
I
I
wouldn't.
want to film
I
in
personally
an
wouldn't
park
even like
and
to
not get a
live.
year. Fuck.
I wouldn't even like to live.
Well,
in
that's
Dubai.
that's their
I would-
societal norms, right? Like if nobody's saying bring Dubai,
I don't know about you, but I'm trying to spit on the sidewalk if I need to spit.
well, swallow it. You know,
Again, sus.
what I'm trying to say, these things are designed for everyone, not what, let's say, you or I want to do, right? Like there's no such thing as individualism. Here in the United States, we're very individualistic, and I think that's partially the problem. We're having so many issues within a society because back in the day, we're more like a group. Everybody was kind of proud to be an American, even though they had their own little quarrels, but they were proud to be an American. Right now, everybody's like, well, I'm smart because I have Google under my fingertips. So whatever you say is dumb because Google told me, right? They'll go out there in front of a professor that's dedicated their life to be a professor and studying in their field, and they tell him, you're an idiot. You don't understand nothing. I mean, just look at the YouTube comments of any successful professor. There's always somebody out there that's smarter than this professor.
What happened with what's his name? Went on the Joe Rogan podcast with that split suit, old dude.
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson. What happened with him? Wasn't he getting bombed at for something?
He's always getting bombed at for something. He's still got his 4.5 million
very
followers.
radical,
He's making fucking
so
money,
people
bro.
are gonna talk shit.
Yeah, people are gonna talk shit about him no matter what. But he's still making money. He's still interviewing people. He just had, what's his name? He just had Destiny on his podcast. He just had Ben Shapiro on his podcast. He had a bunch of people
That boy
recently.
Sketch is everywhere.
Dog,
Everywhere.
he got posted by the UFC himself. I actually showed
Who?
Jay that. Sketch, remember the kid?
Yeah.
I showed you?
He was at UFC 300.
And the UFC posted him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
That's
Texans. The
everywhere.
Texans posted him. The NFL posted him.
Yeah.
A bunch of fucking companies. He's all over the fucking place
Yeah,
right
that
now.
kid's making bank right now.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good for him.
He's got a little bit of tism and he put that to work, you know?
It's like I was talking, like I explained it to you, you know,
Yeah.
like he has that, you know, those ticks and stuff like that have made what people have attracted to and stuff like that. His character, and he's made it into a character now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can tell when he's doing on his stream, doing shit with Jinxie, that he's being that character, playing his fucking doing Tuesday and shit like that. You know,
Mhm.
but then you watch him on
Even if you pull up his Instagram, like at first, his first couple pictures, he's just a regular guy.
Then exactly, and then you pull up Bradley Martin's podcast and you see him talk normal. He's there, you know. He still got his ticks. That's where he got it from, right? But he like capitalized on that, which is good. You know, make lemons out of lemonade, dog. Like what you got, use what you got, right?
Yeah. Hey, makes sense, man.
I
If
just-
you
I
can make
just-
it work for you.
The idea, I guess what I'm like, that's fine. Do your content. I'm sure there's a little niche for it. Now he's still upcoming. We don't know where he's gonna get to, but to me, it's like, you know, there are people that'll follow him, but they won't follow Huberman. You know what I mean?
This is the cool thing, is that these guys are outreaching to do 100 collabs.
That's
with
it.
people in all different kinds of genres, which is what you see people like Kai Cenat, Aiden Ross doing, pulling in people into their
Aiden
streams.
Rose just got kicked
What
off.
do you guys
Kick.
think it
Oh,
is
yeah?
that makes these guys so fucking influential?
Who?
Think people like IShowSpeed, Aiden Roth.
I don't know, man. I think one thing is definitely their character. These guys have to be fucking smart. I mean, there's no way to put around it. There's thousands of guys that have done exactly
think,
what
like,
they
smart-
not exactly
Smart
but
intellectually, or just
They have to have
sma-
something, man.
No,
Smart,
I
smart
think
in some
they,
sense.
they're definitely disciplined. That's for sure. You know, they're doing kind of what we did
They do it
for years at a
consistently.
time, which is way more than what we're doing. Actually, streaming every day for 8 hours, having 2 viewers. Doing that for probably over years at a time. Aiden Ross was talking about on his prom day, he was at home streaming.
Well,
You
it's
know, like-
that, and then once you
I
get
would have been streaming too. I mean, I didn't.
Right, but I get it. I didn't
well,
go.
well, it's that until you catch traction, and once you catch traction, you hire people around you that know the game a little bit better, right? So,
But they also have to basically do it all themselves up until then.
well, look at Mr. Beast, right? Arguably the hottest YouTube channel.
Arguably, no, he is.
He-
Mr. Beast
well,
is
I'm the evil
the
Mr.
biggest.
Beast.
He's the. Isn't there like Indian movie channels that are bigger than him?
So let me tell you this. Mr. Beast's main channel might have, I don't think it does anymore, but it might have had competition with something like that. I remember something like that, some Indian channel that had a lot of
Yeah,
viewers. But
like
when
a
you,
Bollywood channel type
but
of
when
deal.
you take Mr. Beast and all his channels and all his languages,
Mhm.
dog, there's no comparison.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no comparison.
But what I'm saying is he's got an entire team. Yeah, he comes up with some of these things together, but you as one person, you you need a team.
Oh, he has a
There's
whole
no
team.
way. Yeah.
He's got a whole team behind him.
Yeah. So
for sure.
I mean, it is what it is though. But yeah, so I'm glad they locked her ass up. You know, and I'm hoping they're gonna lock up the people that were chanting "Death to United States" in Dearborn, Michigan. Which they won't be able to do. But yeah,
So this
so
is what we're
"Death to
talking about.
America" chants at Dearborn agree. So go down. I don't know if there's a video of it.
No, this is just an article.
Yeah. And there was this. I don't know how much truth to it. I didn't care enough to go look into it. But apparently, remember that attack that just recently happened in Moscow?
Yes.
So the guy
the
that was
event, the
like
big
that,
event,
the guy that had like
200
a first person filming, they caught him, and when they did catch him, they literally chopped his off.
I saw the pictures of the
Yeah.
3 dudes. It was multiple guys.
Yeah, they chopped the guys off.
Yeah, I saw pictures of their faces. They were all mangled.
Mangled, bro. Russians don't play.
Like, you think these UFC fighters come out of those cages beat up? You gotta look at pictures of those guys. One of their fucking heads looked like it was literally deformed
Hmm.
from how swollen and beat up it was.
But yeah, no, I mean, and this is the fine line, right? Like I'm saying, you got to be strict. I get it. This is the fine. Like when is it too much and when is it too little? Because when you have people that are half-assed misinformed about it, they're screaming, "Well, Iran did the right thing," right? But they're misinformed. They don't know exactly what's going on, right? And the other people are screaming, "Well, Israel is right." Well, they're also misinformed, right? So, like when they don't have full information, their emotions get in the way, and
Mickey, did you watch the fights this weekend?
I didn't. I just saw highlights.
Oh, okay. What do you take with Max's performance against a guy like Gaethje, winning, going into that 5th round? Besides the knockout and stuff,
well, again, my
performance throughout.
question is, I mean, it was a great fight. My question is whether Gaethje was fully there. He didn't seem like
I
fully
think
there.
he was fully there. He knocked him down.
Yeah, but because I remember that, we
I
talked
did
about
see
this.
that Max had hit him a couple of times with that back.
Well,
Yeah,
every
spinning-
time Max,
spinning back
yeah,
kick,
every
yeah.
time Gaethje would step in, he would catch that foot. He would
Yeah.
catch that because Max like
And he
read
hit him
him
a
right
couple-
away from the
Was it
get.
the-
no,
It was
they-
Was it the
They
first
actually
round?
went into the fight. In the press conference, he said that he went into the fight, that they were practicing that in his camp because they knew that he liked to come in and start throwing and duck his head down.
yeah,
So they planned that, actually.
yeah.
Was
So
it the first round? I think that he hit
Broke his nose.
Gaethje right in
So
the
it was
nose.
literally in the
And you
last-
could see it when he hit him. He's like, "Damn, that fucking hurt."
So in the last 2 seconds of the round, boom, he throws that. Gaethje stumbles back, and Bill rings. That was the last
Yeah.
strike, and yeah, it hit him. It like grazed the top of his face and then hit him in the chest as well. But when it hit his head, when it hit his face, it broke his nose.
Yeah.
yeah, you could tell when they were pouring water on him. He was fucking hurting.
but the
I
thing
think
is,
that's what made a big factor in the fight.
the
was
thing is,
breaking the
I also
nose.
look back at Max fighting with Volkanovski, right? Volkanovski literally mauled him.
Did you watch the full fight? Have you watched all those fights to the full extent?
What are you talking about? And did Volkanovski win?
I get it. Volkanovski won, and in some
Okay.
of those fights, he really did do not a domination, but yeah, he did really well.
Yeah.
and there was no question.
is
there
a-
was no question on who won.
Yes.
there was one fight. It was super, super, super close.
Great. But Volkanovski, the other fights, he literally mauled him, correct or
I
no?
wouldn't say mauled him. No,
Bro, there's pictures of him all completely bloody.
I
on
wouldn't
a-
say mauled, but whatever. you wanna
completely
say.
covered
Okay,
in
go ahead.
blood.
Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
Well, what I'm trying to say, Max is a great, great, great fighter. He's amazing. He's good. I just don't know how he's gonna fare in that 155 category.
I
'Cause
think he did fucking great, man. I think he did great against a guy that's top notch.
yeah, we
Like-
just have to see. He just has to continue fighting. We'll have to see. Now,
I think he wants to go down back to 145 and have to take that. He keeps saying, "I have some unfinished business."
yeah, and I want to say Oliveira probably was the most unluckiest fighter in the entire fucking fight, entire card.
Yeah,
Do you guys think
I
Conor
was-
McGregor is
I was
just?
really sad about seeing Oliveira get that.
I
take that
wasn't.
L. I know, because you're rooting for your fucking homeboy.
That's
I get
it.
I get it.
You guys think Conor McGregor is just his hype is done,
No,
No.
fuck
or
no.
do
No.
you think his hype is gonna continue just due to his previous history?
Bro, people
Conor-
don't care about how he fights and who he wins. People like of the shit that he says.
Okay, let me tell you something. Conor McGregor is officially a Mike Tyson level athlete when it comes to the MMA UFC
Yeah.
community. He's that guy. He's that guy when it comes to being Mike Tyson. No one's gonna forget Mike Tyson right now. Then not to say there aren't legends in the UFC,
And they're not gonna forget
But-
him not because he's winning, but
and
because of who he
this
is.
This is the thing. People, you can go up to a lot of people right now and say, "Oh, you're a fan of the UFC? Yeah, I watch all the fights this weekend. I'm a big fan." Oh, do you know who Tito Ortiz is? No, I never
No
heard of
clue.
that. Oh, have you ever heard of Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva? No, I don't know who that is. Maybe Anderson. Anderson's really famous. Anderson's really famous. But they don't know, like, the OGs. Oh, you can talk to someone who doesn't even watch MMA. You know who Conor McGregor is? Yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah. Literally.
Oh,
everyone knows about
talking
Conor.
about that and talking a little bit about Connor. You guys see Roadhouse?
Yes, I liked it.
I
liked
watched
It was a good
I liked
fucking
it. It was a
movie.
good movie.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
funny the way Conor McGregor interpreted the character. and
Yeah,
everything.
it was funny, man. I thought
He put his
I thought
own
it was-
spin into it.
I mean, did he really interpret the
Who the
character, or he
fuck
just
is
playing
everybody
himself?
else?
You know, he was just
Conor
playing
McGregor.
himself. You know,
I thought the walking around like he had lats the size of fucking Arnold was a bit much. You know,
It was
he's not
funny.
that fucking big.
It was
you
just
know,
funny. It was just
but
funny.
he
It was
walks
part of his
like that in
character.
general in his life. That's how he walks.
no, that's not how he walks,
No,
dog.
it
That's
was
not how he-
exaggerated.
It's definitely like not just a little exaggeration. It was a character exaggeration.
Yeah,
like
it was.
dude was
Where
walking
the
around like
fuck is
he
there-
was fucking Arnold, dog. Like
he showed
fucking
up. Where the fuck
Coleman,
is
bro.
everyone?
Yeah, but they had a bunch of movies like they had a bunch of MMA movies like that before, and they never caught traction. This one caught traction.
Yeah,
Why?
that's
Because
what they
everyone
were.
knew Connor.
I mean,
Connor's. I mean, it's
Everybody
a
saw
big
that-
movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is a really big actor.
He is. He is.
the big stunt that they did at the UFC when Jake
Yeah,
Gyllenhaal went
I
into the
actually
cage.
watched that event. It was
Yeah,
really cool.
I
'cause
remember
it was a
watching it as
live
well.
event,
Mhm.
and in between one of the fights, they had him go in and do that. Boom,
we
boom,
saw
boom.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was really cool.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah,
I wish
but-
they would have used more of that because in the movie you just see like flashbacks. You know, it's
Mhm.
not
True.
like that much of it in there.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't. Is Connor's time past? Yes. I don't think Connor.
In one MMA, do they have can you kick somebody while they're down?
No.
Yes.
How into the ass, not in the head.
Nope. And that's how Demetrius Johnson got knocked out. That's how he knocked that guy back out in his rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's
I
a
was
knee to
seeing-
the freaking head.
I saw
Knee to the head.
You can kick in the head too. In one MMA.
when they're down on the ground.
yeah, dog.
I saw
What?
I saw a
In
clip.
one?
That's how. That's how. What's his name?
It's
Jan.
one, it's not
Jan lost
UFC.
his shit.
It's not UFC, dog. It's
Which-
one.
Oh, one.
championship.
Yeah, one championship. Yeah.
Yeah.
One championship.
I saw a clip today of this guy that was on the ground, and this guy got up and fucking kicked him in the back of
Boom.
his head.
Soccer kicked him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. It's like that. You're allowed to do that.
Yes.
That's when you kill somebody.
In one, yeah, but in UFC, no.
Yeah, in one
No, UFC
championship.
no, but-
So if you watch, Demetrius Johnson lost his title in one championship like that to Marlon. What's his name? Adriano Moraes, or something like that.
Hmm.
And then it's funny if you go watch his rematch against Adriano. He hits him. Boom. Adriano starts to stumble back. He goes to put his hands on the floor behind him. He's about to hit the cage, and Mighty Mouse comes in with a flying knee, knocks him out. Just walk off KO. It was badass to get the rematch that way. But yeah, you can do that shit in one. I like one. I like one because they do the grappling too. They've got and some other stuff. They got the Muay Thai with Rod Ting. They got some big names over there. Mikey
Well,
Musumeci.
they have to, right? Like, if they're gonna want to compete with UFC, they gotta
Yeah.
bring something else, you know, because they want to capitalize on viewership. There are people might want to watch BJJ, but not necessarily the
Yeah.
mixed martial
I-
arts, right?
you know, it's
Another
funny, though.
competition that caught my attention was the combat MMA. I think it is.
Combat
Combat
Jiu-Jitsu.
MMA?
Combat jiu-jitsu.
Combat Jiu-Jitsu.
You
That's
can
pretty cool. That's
snap-
Eddie Bravo. You know who Eddie Bravo is, right?
Yeah.
10 Planet. That's his shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's his shit,
You
dog.
can smack in the face when they're down on the ground.
Open palm strike.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's been
Full,
KOs.
full uniform,
There's been
in
KOs.
boots and shit.
Well, there've been
Yeah.
fighters that went to MMA, they weren't good enough, and then transitioned to that, and there were fighters that
Well,
transitioned from back and forth.
I thought this was from different military branches.
Combat Jiu-Jitsu.
No, bro, Eddie Bravo came up
Eddie
with this
Bravo
whole contest.
came up with that shit.
Huh. Are we talking about the same one?
Yeah, where
So
they're on the
combat
ground and you can
jiu-jitsu-
palm hit him.
And you can palm, you
Yeah,
can
I'm
slap
sure
and
you can
shit.
do it. And they come in like military uniforms and shit.
No.
Oh,
They
I know what
I'm
you're
the
talking about.
military-
This
I'm
is
talking
something
about
else
this
he's talking about.
military jiu-jitsu.
There's this new. I think it's in Russia, bro. I don't think it's even in the United States. But Russians are the ones that coming up with all this crazy shit, right?
Hello
So
to everyone in the chat.
They're
Thank you
in
for
a
joining
full
us.
gear with like
Shout out Emily, Alex, my mom, Mirna, and my dad.
they're in full gear with like combat uniform and then boots, and they're rolling on sand.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen the sand wrestling.
not this.
I've seen the sand wrestling where these
It's-
guys do wrestling on the sand where they just are doing takedowns and stuff.
I saw something like that. I think they were like either Russians or Polish that were
The
doing
one
this.
I watched, actually, I started following the guy. He got very famous off this ankle pick video. He went into this tournament, dog. He ankle picked everyone, and he did like a whole video on how to set it up. You know, he would wait for the person to get their stance. He would walk up, purposely have one foot in front of the other. Bro, the moment they hit that whistle, whoop, ankle pick, just grab that ankle, smack their neck, throw them to the floor. He got real viral, and he did instructionals, and now he's doing good on videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, wrestling in the sand, fuck.
Yeah, they're wrestling in the sand. It's like full military gear, shoes, like actual boots on.
Oh yeah, no,
And they're
that's
going at it.
wild.
That's the military jiu-jitsu you're looking at.
uniform.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's military
I don't
jiu-jitsu
remember what it was
competition.
called.
That's
dude,
lit.
but
I ain't gonna lie.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, but then the Russians are coming up with a bunch of this stuff, right? So, they got the full open palm, like bare knuckle jiu-jitsu as well, like bare knuckle
You seen that
MMA with
shit?
jiu-jitsu.
You know how much this thing weighs?
This
2
one?
pounds.
Damn.
So this pocket watch that Vacheron Constantin, which is a brand I love, came out with the new world record for the most complications in a watch. This thing is a thick boy. It's got a front and back face for the.
So they made a wall clock that you put in your pocket.
Yes, it is 2 pounds. Combat.
Yeah, that right there. No, the middle video. That was the middle video.
Well, Instagram will probably be the best.
Yeah, that. Just pull a picture up. Yeah.
Why did you? They have it so you have to flip your phone every
Yeah.
single one of them.
Yeah.
Well, turn your thing sideways.
Turn your
if you
heads,
need
boys.
to.
Oh damn! In the dirt and shit.
Yeah, in the dirt.
That
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
With boots is wild too.
The dirt adds a whole nother element.
Who does these? I thought they were
think
Russians,
this
but they're
is in
not.
Brazil.
Brazil? Okay.
Yeah. And I guess this is for like military personnel. So Air Force, police, military, Navy.
These guys.
I wish they would do something like that for the UFC, like the slanted edges instead of the cage.
Why?
I think it would be helpful to imitate the open space more.
Being in a cage has like a little bit of.
Well, it helps for people to get up.
No, I know
usually.
what you're saying, but the visual of the cage gives it what it is. You know, like these caged animals
Well,
going
yeah, it's
at
a
it.
cage. They've always been known as cage fighters.
Yeah, it's
Right.
it's the perception that it gives you, right?
We're gonna have a full size cage in the
UFC.
in the
yeah.
UFC gym, full size, same size they have in an
How's
Apex.
that? How's that gonna work? Are people just gonna be able to openly enter there, or is that? Gonna
So
be
I'm
only
sure
for
that's going to be for
fighters?
classes, for certain classes, and we're also going to be having an amateur and pro fight team. They'll be going in to use the octagon a lot to
So
spar.
I'm
and stuff
guessing
like
those are
that.
the only people that are gonna be using it. Right?
Not necessarily. So I'm sure if you're going to be doing a Muay Thai class or something like that, maybe they'll use it. MMA classes, of course, they'll use it because we'll have a head MMA coach, Andre Benkei. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a way for people to use it. We're not going to just have it there for show.
So this watch, talking about this watch, man, it's two-sided. It's
Man,
got,
if we start going, there's 63 complications.
oh hell no, we're not reading all of them.
63 complications.
Yeah, so this thing is definitely a
It's back
chronograph.
it's back and forth, right?
Yes, that's one side, and then that's the other side.
How much?
How much? Go scroll up, Mickey. It's probably at the top.
At the top.
I think so. I think it said it. Oh no, you're good. Never mind. 2,877 parts. Look at that shit. Arthur's an engineer, and he's looking at it going, "What the
4.6 billion.
fuck?"
4.6 million?
4.6
Billion.
billion.
$billion?
Oh, no, businessman.
who's buying it?
Businessman net worth was. No, they're talking about.
Oh, this is talking
A
about
Florida businessman net worth is estimated to be 4. Okay, yeah, I remember reading about this. Yeah, so this guy commissioned to make this watch. It's like a 101 made specifically for him, and he lives in Florida.
Look at how thick that thing is. It's 2 pounds, bro. It's a pocket watch.
Yeah,
Pocket clock?
Pocket clock, yeah.
2,877 components.
yeah. This guy
245
commissioned.
joules.
Yeah, this guy commissioned this watch specifically. This is
How
not a
much does it
production
cost?
watch.
And it has
How much did it
Chinese
cost?
It was in
letters.
millions, man.
Oh, definitely in millions. That's for sure.
I don't remember,
Let me
but
see if I can
I
find it.
remember seeing it.
Because I feel like I remember seeing a price.
Yeah, so it looks pretty cool though. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a novelty piece more than anything, you know. That is pretty thick, man. Go back up a little bit, just that one
8
picture.
million.
8 million. Go back up. 9 years ago. Look
Nine-
at the size of
8
it.
million, it said it?
That was it 9 years ago
8
when it was
million.
commissioned.
Ah.
Look
right.
at the size of that thing,
It's
man.
a clock.
Yeah, dude, it's a thick boy.
Anyway, all right. So pull up another article. Let's see what we got. Oh, the fucking tango by Moira.
Let's get it over.
How
with.
to break up with
Let's
someone
get
as
it over with
respectfully as
now.
possible. All right. Let's see. Keep a level head.
Well, yeah, no one wants to. You can't lose your control in any situation. You should always keep a level head. This is like good advice for life, dog. This is very basic
not just
shit
for
right here.
breakup.
I don't like this. Talk things over with a friend. Try bring your emotions under control and see the situation objectively. I don't think it's a good idea to talk over with a friend. I think it's a better idea to talk over with someone that's much older, much wiser than you. But with a friend, because
Well, a
stick-
friend or the friend, because like for example, I'll talk about shit with Rodolfo. I'd also maybe mention to my dad or something like that.
yeah, but I think Rodolfo is your good friend. He knows you really well. But your dad is gonna give you better worldly advice than Rodolfo.
I would
can.
say when it comes to me and my relationship, I don't think maybe my dad or versus Rodolfo have ever given me conflicting advice. They're usually on the same route, you know.
No, I agree with that.
Usually blaming me.
Yeah,
which is
I-
what I like that my guys do, you know.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, your dad would have a bigger picture worldview.
I get what you're saying. It's
You know,
60 years old versus
Yeah,
22.
because it's been statistically proven. So for example, let's say girls go out on a trip together. When one of them is getting a divorce, so the friend decides to go, the chances of that other friend that's not divorced as a couple to get a divorce increases exponentially.
That's a weird kind of stat.
I know.
It's a weird stat.
It is a weird
Let's
stat,
go.
but that's what they came up with, right?
Let's see what they say next. Gauge the potential for conflict resolution. Take a close look at the issues that are troubling you. Learning to ask for what you need and negotiating win-to-win situations can often strengthen a relationship before it comes to initiating a breakup. So this is talking about how to make sure you don't to double think things over before you break up, or how to break up with someone. I don't get it.
I'm not sure what they're trying to say here.
Let's go to the next one. Fuck that one.
Take responsibility for your action. Hold yourself accountable for what.
Basically, it's saying that take a look at the issues that caused the relationship to happen, to break up, and then try and negotiate a win-win solution so that you can, I guess, get better
Before breaking up.
before breaking up.
That
So
doesn't
it's
make
like
any sense.
preventative rather than breaking up.
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. How to like think things through before doing it.
It's
You
almost
know,
like getting better at the things that you're bad at, so that in your next relationship you don't do the same shit. That's
But
kinda
it's
what
talking
I'm
about
saying.
getting back together. It says before it comes to initiating a breakup. So wait, it's saying that get better at these things. So when you do initiate,
No,
like,
that's not what it's saying. That's not what
that's
it's
what I'm saying. Confusing as hell. Go to the next one, man.
take responsibility for your actions.
You always should.
Hold yourself accountable for whatever decision you make. We don't have to go past this one too much.
Practice what you need to say.
I think this is one of the worst things you can do.
Practice what you need to
Dude,
say.
I'm finding myself at work all the time. Like I'm about to practicing my lines because I got lines for work basically, right?
Yeah, of course.
So and that just fucks me up even more. It
Yeah,
just fucks me up even more.
yeah, because you're trying to remember these things. It has to come out naturally.
And you're trying
man.
to do it word by word, and you're trying to remember the words as you're speaking. It's messing with you.
Yeah,
I don't think this helps. You're gonna stutter and
yeah.
get confused and
You need years of practicing to get this right. So wait, for years you're gonna be breaking up? I don't.
Some people do. Some people think about it for a while.
Have a face-to-face discussion. I agree with that.
show your appreciation. So
It's
I don't
not
know.
you, it's me. What the fuck?
I think what what happens with the show your appreciation is a lot of times it comes off as kissing ass and trying to fluff the situation. Not to say sometimes it is in general,
Yeah.
genuine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's gonna come off that way no matter what.
Exactly. Even if it is genuine, you're trying to let them know.
You know
this and
that thing? It's not
It
you,
comes
it's
off-
me.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it well could be that's true. It's me. It's not you, but they're not gonna take that way. They're gonna take it
Exactly.
like it's them.
Yeah. I think you need to make these things short and sweet.
Yes. Peace,
Before we
bitch.
continue, what happened to your nose, Jay?
Probably jujitsu. I don't know. I just
Oh.
saw the scratch.
Who knows?
Yeah, he's got a little
Oh.
thing right there. I saw it earlier.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure, appreciation.
Listen
Okay.
to the other person's side.
Okay. I mean, does it really matter if you're breaking up? You're breaking up. Does it really matter what their other side is?
I think it's one of those things where if you're willing to
Like,
listen
let
to the
them
other
talk?
person's side, you're at a point where should you even be trying to break up? Like you're still considering it.
Yeah.
So maybe you should have talked to them before even bringing up the breaking up in general.
Yeah.
Right?
Stay on track. Well, yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah, 'cause a lot of
actually a
time-
good piece of advice because they're gonna try and steer off the situation. Not steer off, but try and break excuses and
And a lot of times, you know what they'll throw in? Both couples, male and female. But I love you. And that could mean a bunch of things. Don't leave me or like try to force you into it, you know? Give each other recovery time. What? Remain friends. Okay, keep going. Let's see what else we got here. Return each other's possessions. Yeah. Like those CDs that she has in your house.
CDs. Fuck uses CDs.
Make sure you return a DVR with that.
You get the point. Avoid flaunting your new relationship. No. Why?
Avoid flaunting your new relationship.
Why?
No, I think once our lives take
Yeah, it's once it's over, it's over. Yeah, like
once
I
they split,
do whatever the fuck I want. You do whatever
I
the
don't know
fuck
why I
you
should
want.
be considering
Yeah.
you whatsoever.
Remember the good times you shared. For what?
Because it helps you appreciate
Well, the-
new relationships more.
I can understand this. Ready, Jay?
Go
In
ahead.
the sense we're not relationships in a intimate relationship, but that happens to me with old friend relationships.
No, go more into it, because
What starts to happen is sometimes I think about relationships I had with old friends,
mm-hmm.
right? And I'm like, damn, it was nice to do this with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
It was nice to do whatever with them. And that does exactly that. It helps me appreciate my current relationships more.
Yeah, but wouldn't you think that if you're breaking up, the bad outweighed the good? That's why you're breaking up.
Right. I get what you're saying. But in the sense where you can't act like the good never happened.
Oh no, yeah, obviously there are good times and there are bad times. You never talk shit about the other person because
So
you're with them.
at the end of the day, the relationship's done, but you're never gonna forget about those good times.
Yeah, I think that point 13 I agree with. I don't even need to read anymore. Speak well of each other. I don't know of each other. Like, you cannot control what the other person is gonna say, but I would say to speak well of your ex-partner, period. It doesn't matter what they say, what they don't. Change your routine.
Well, you're gonna have to change your routine regardless. That happens when you break up.
Yeah.
Like, you're especially if you're in a long-term relationship, you're basically built into each other's lives.
I think what it is, I think people don't understand how breakups work, right? Like, I think not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, when you do break up, if let's say the guy's breaking up with a girl, right? Girl will be in a really shitty emotional situation, but then within a quick month she gets over it, and I think that has to do evolutionary adaptation wise, right? With the guys, they'll break up and they're like, oh man, we can be out and do this and do that, and they get into video games, their characters maxed out and everything. A month later, that's when the depression
That
starts.
doesn't always
setting in.
happen, Jay. I feel like a lot of toxic relationships I see, like people are so attached and bonded to each other.
Yes.
So they can even move on to another relationship and then still get with that person
Yeah.
because they have that attachment.
And I think it's because
Even
a
when it's
lot of
toxic.
No, I agree with you 100%. And I think a lot of it comes in was like, but I thought you were the one for me and I was the one for you and I was unconditional love and this and that. No, man, that doesn't exist. There's no such thing as unconditional love, right? Like, the only person that's unconditional love is your mother to you. That's it. Like, you can't.
My sister always said if I could murder someone, and my mom would still be like, well, he didn't do it.
Yeah, your mom. Yes. No, man, that's true. Why? Because
I always tell her this bullshit that she says that because she acts like she wouldn't do the same thing for her. Like, I guess she would for me.
she would do the same thing for her
Yeah.
too. She like a mother would do literally this. Any mother will do something, and the reason is like that, especially like mothers that are like within age and where modern medicine wasn't there, and they had to give natural childbirth. Like, the oxytocin release is so high in their body that it literally changes their chemical
It's a chemical
chemistry in their brain.
bond. It's a straight up chemical bond.
Yeah, and attaches the mother to the child, like with this unconditional like love where she will lay their life on the line to protect their child, right? It's just it's literally chemistry, right? So I don't know, man. This article was like lackluster. It was shitty, but whatever.
I have this cool watch I want to
Murder,
show.
essay, and massive fraud. 15 celebrities who are in jail for a long time. Yeah, forward that to him and let's
gonna
go
send
through
it
this real quick,
Yeah,
and then
go
we'll
ahead,
go to
go
that
ahead.
one. Go to that. Okay. Actor Danny Masterson. He was part of that show,
Oh,
right?
I love that show. That 70s show.
Yeah.
To me, that's like
What'd he
my
do?
best.
Got drunk, killed people?
Sexual assault.
In 2017, the Los Angeles Police Department began a sexual assault investigation into Masterson after 3 women came forward with allegations against him. In each case, all of which occurred at Masterson's home between 2001 and 2003, the women said Masterson gave them alcohol and then, when they became disoriented, took them to his bedroom and violently raped them. Masterson, who proclaimed his innocence, was arrested on 3 counts of forcible rape.
So is
in early
Rufy Colada?
2021.
Was a Rufy
Rufy
Colada
Colada,
situation?
pretty much.
Okay, keep going down. Piece of shit.
Ryan Grantham.
He looks like a child.
Successful child actor, notably playing
Who is
Rodney
this?
James in the
Go
2010
up.
movie Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Killed his mother
Hey,
by
yo,
shooting her in the back of her head.
as she played piano.
Damn.
that sounds like a movie in
That
and of
fucked
itself.
me up.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna make a fucking movie about this kid.
Began
No,
running
yeah,
east with a plan to kill Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He ultimately changed his mind and considered carrying out a mass shooting at his alma mater, Simon Fraser University, before deciding to turn himself.
Oh, talking about Justin Trudeau, this motherfucker came out the other day and pretty much blatantly he's like, oh yeah, we caught some Chinese meddling in our elections. Like literally admitted that there was Chinese meddling in Canadian elections. And have you seen the internet is going wild, bro, about Canada and thieves? Where these thieves literally will say, like, they will literally steal a car, like a Ferrari or a Lambo, put it on Marketplace and say $40,000. Has to be cash. We even obtained the original keys. They're literally selling stolen cars on Facebook Marketplace.
I'm
That's
not.
insane.
I haven't heard about that. But
Bro, apparently Canada is going crazy with these criminals and whatever. Baseball player Mel Hall.
I'm sorry, what was the title of this article? Because I'm a little... I can clearly see it's a bunch of celebrities who committed some kind of crime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
so, 15 celebrities who are in jail for a long time.
Okay, got you.
Go down as a baseball player looks like. I don't know who he is because I'm not a big
No.
fan of baseball.
In 1989, during Hall's first year with the Yankees, he noticed a 15-year-old freshman in high school and her friends in the stands. He spent the game playfully pretending like he was going to toss her a ball, but never did. At the suggestions of her father, the girl wrote Hall a letter asking for a signed ball, and to her shock, Hall called her house, inviting the family to another game. Soon, Hall ingratiated himself with the family, saying he was lonely with his new team. He began showing up at their home after games, sometimes in a limo, and hanging out with the girl.
Pedophile, got it.
Yeah.
Next.
Pedophile,
Alright.
got it. He touched this girl. Got it.
Actor Amy Locane.
That's strange because women usually don't commit this violent
Locane
crimes.
was an up-and-coming star in the early 90s, first starring opposite Johnny Depp in John Waters' cult classic Crybaby, and then the critically acclaimed Blue Sky, which earned her a Young
Drive-By.
Artist Award nomination
Not
for
Drive-By,
Best
but
Performance.
Kill
DUI.
someone. DUI probably.
Mm-hmm.
On the night of June 27, 2010, Locane was driving 53 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone when she crashed into a car driven by Fred Seaman, who was making a left-hand turn into his driveway. Seaman's wife, Helene, a new NYU adjunct professor, was killed in the accident. When police arrived, Locane, who had been drinking at a friend's
0.23.
barbecue, was found to have 0.23 blood alcohol level, more than 3 times the legal limit. Yo, white girls get wild on the elk.
I
Why
don't
they
know.
do?
I don't know.
I think it has to do with their body mass and the fat content in their body. Their bodies do not digest alcohol as quickly as ours. It has to do with their weight and also their liver function to digest the alcohol.
Do you think it's just the white girls, though?
It's not the white girls. It's any girl.
But why is there that term, white girl waist? Like,
Yeah,
let's go
white girl waist.
Because there's more white girls, so you see more white girls getting
That
wasted.
makes sense. That makes
You know.
sense.
63% of the women are white, so what are you gonna see more?
Well, 63, that's like half, though.
63 is the half, but then again, you have the other part, which is like,
Split across everywhere. There's
Which
still
is-
a reason these white
which is
girls
about
get crazy
22%
I
Hispanic,
don't know.
right? And
I-
Hispanics are a little more conservative,
That
so you
is
don't see
true.
as many
I was just
Hispanics
about
out
to
there.
argue that point.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, so I think there is a difference in the culture there
Yeah, there's a difference
because
of
of that. It's
culture.
not just because there's more of them.
And then you have the black girls that I think they get drunk just at the same rate as the
I
white
think
girls
the
do.
Latino girls do, but usually it's in the confines of their home.
Yeah,
That's most
within the
of,
family, because how many times your own
but to-
cousins?
I mean, but at the same time, you can go to your
Oh yeah,
Latino club and you're gonna see a bunch of Latina bitches,
Oh, yeah.
white girl wasted.
yes, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like girls
Well,
get
they all
wasted
do
at
it.
the same rate. It's just because you see a lot more white girls. That's why, and they're always acting wild and rowdy. So
Reality TV star Josh Duggar.
Look at us all
Duggar?
being racist towards white girls.
Duggar's the oldest child of
well,
Michelle
I mean,
and Jim Bob Duggar.
is it
who
racist
became
if it's true?
famous
Still
for their
is
extremely
racist.
large family.
How? How is that racist?
It's stereotypical.
Well, stereotypes.
So the
What's this guy's? Let me see his face. Yeah, I recognize him.
featured on the TLC reality show 19 Kids and Counting. The show often
Oh,
focused
yeah,
on
this
Duggar
dude.
and his wife Anna as they started their own family.
Didn't
So-
they find him on like not sugar sites, like seeking arrangements and things like that? Or like, there was one where like anonymous sex sites or something like that.
Duggar on federal charges of receiving and possessing child sexual abuse images. Fuck.
He was sentenced to 12 years and 7 months in prison. He is serving his sentence at a federal correctional facility.
Harvey Weinstein, we know this guy, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Joe's
son.
son. Actor and mixed martial arts fighter.
I've never seen this.
for
guy.
kicking in the
never seen
door of his roommate's car as part of a plea deal, Son was required to provide a DNA sample to the authorities. When his sample was run through the system, it linked him to a horrific, nearly 2-decade-old cold case. Okay. Well, did they pull a Rico on him? I don't
On
get
Christmas
it.
Eve in 1990, he and an accomplice pretended to be lost as they approached a 19-year-old woman walking her dog. They then threw her into the car and held her hostage for hours, beating and raping her. Son also repeatedly threatened to shoot her as he counted the bullets in his gun. At the trial, the victim recounted how Son had said he was giving me to himself as a Christmas present. Son was convicted of 1 count of felony torture. The statute of limitations had run out on sexual assault charges and sentenced to 7 years to life. Just a month after beginning his sentence, Son killed his cellmate. He was convicted of voluntary manslaughter and sentenced to an additional
Wait.
27 years.
If the statute of limitation ran out, why was he given 7 years? I don't understand.
Well, because the statute of limitations ran out on sexual assault charges, but
Yeah.
not felony torture.
Okay, so felony torture doesn't have statute of limitations, I'm guessing.
Well, they didn't run out on. I guess it depends.
Huh?
I guess per crime it may depend.
I have no idea. I'm not a lawyer.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that.
We're not
either.
lawyers.
Yeah, so far it makes no sense. If the statute of limitations ran out, but on that one, no. But yeah, anyway. Reality TV star Jen
Shaw.
Shaw?
Mhm.
What'd she do?
Shaw starred on Bravo's The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City for
Money
3
laundering.
seasons. Shaw was criminally charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering and wire fraud in March 2021. She and her assistant were
Let
accused of
him read it, dog.
orchestrating a telemarketer scam.
dog.
Mm.
Where they'd blink their usually older victims out of a large sum of money in exchange for services like website building and business coaching, which had little to no value. Nightline reported that a 75-year-old retiree in North Carolina named Trisha, she asked not to use her last name, invested more than half of her savings, $47,000, in coaching about a business she hoped to start.
So in this case, okay, I see why she got it. She probably committed a crime against the most protected part of our society, and that's the older and children. And she was made example of this, right? Because there are a bunch of people on YouTube right now, on Instagram, that are promising you they're gonna teach you how to make a bunch of money or do this and do that, and they don't go to jail, right? So the thing was she embezzled the elderly, and that's why she got smacked.
Next
Which
up,
is, I agree with this. She should have. Hey, this guy was like child pornography. I think.
Jared from Subway.
Yeah, he got child pornography things, I think.
Fogel's seemingly wholesome story was revealed to have a dark underbelly on July 7, 2015, when Fogel's Indiana home was raided by the FBI and Indiana State Police investigators who confiscated computers and DVD players. 2 months prior, Russell Taylor, the executive director of the Jared Foundation, a nonprofit that purported to fight childhood obesity, was arrested on federal child sexual abuse images charges. And in the course of investigating, authorities discovered he had traded sexually explicit videos of children as young as 6 years old with Fogel. Additionally, the FBI subpoenaed text messages Fogel traded in 2008 with a Subway franchisee he was having an affair with. The texts were damning. Fogel talked about sexually abusing children as young as 9 years old and tried to enlist her help to sleep with her 16-year-old cousin. Further investigation found that Fogel traveled to New York to have sex with a 17-year-old underage sex worker and offered adult sex workers a finder's fee if they'd connect him with minors.
Yo.
Facing a possibility of 50 years in jail if he went to trial, Fogel pleaded guilty to 2 counts: distribution and receipt of child sexual abuse images, and traveling to engage in illicit sexual conduct with a minor. He was sentenced to 15 years and 8 months in prison.
I have a cool question. Go ahead.
Yeah,
though.
go ahead. Ask the question because my go far.
Me too, but it has to do with sex and stuff. So I gotta ask this question: if you were to, let's say, become a sex worker, right?
Okay.
And
No.
You were to charge.
Let's stop. Let's say it this way: as a man, or if I was a woman and became a sex worker.
Let's say as a man.
As a man, okay.
Because you are a man, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you were to become a sex worker. What do you think your reasonable price to give blowies would be for?
To give blowjobs to dudes
As guys?
as guys.
Not in the sense where, don't think of this question in the sense of what it would actually take for you to do this. What do you think would be the right rate to fit into the market?
For a blowy, how long is the blowy?
Blowies
So,
are blowies, bro. You
let
know how long.
A blowy till you're done?
Now, blowies are you done, dog.
So here's the thing.
Blowies are blowies.
Most of the time, women, I think a lot of women go into sex work due to some sort of a trauma or whatever. But a lot of times women end up going into sex work with the promise of quick money or easy money, right? There's always some sort of an incentive.
Or a business idea.
It's some sort of an
Business
incentive. A lot of times, like, you can see this with OnlyFans. Like, a bunch of 5% of the women in the United States are enrolled in OnlyFans. That's more women than there are women as teachers in the United States currently, right? And most of the OnlyFans women make only $500 a month. They don't make a lot of money, right? So if you're gonna go already into that work, there's a couple of things happening to you, right? Like, you either had some sort of a
Break it down to
trauma.
economics, dog.
Yeah, you either had some sort of a trauma, or this is like you couldn't find anything else to do.
Besides that, don't think about the pretense.
So what I'm
situation.
trying to say, I guess there would
What's your
be
market price, dog?
there would be a price on it. Like, I don't know, because I'm not in that situation, so I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ask me right now, I'm gonna tell you, bro,
What would be your estimate?
no amount of money.
I get it. No amount of money in reality would
No
ever have
amount
you
of
do
money.
that. But I'm saying, what do you?
Because right
think-
now I would tell you, I would rather go die broke,
I get it.
living
I get
under
it.
the bridge, than do that.
I
right?
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But if you were to go in and do it,
hmm
what do you think would
I
be your
don't
rate
know.
to charge, and that you would be satisfied with that rate if you wanted to do it and to keep competitiveness?
I'm talking about 150.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, he's giving me numbers. And they're kind of realistic numbers.
At this point in my life, I would say I had to immediately become the richest man in the world, number one. And in addition to that, I would have to have a bunch of
But what-
connections
but-
from a bunch of rich people and mentors that would teach me how to multiply my
What-
money
But
exponentially.
think about
I'm
it.
saying
Jay.
150 for a blowy because guys, it's a little more exclusive. You don't see that many guys out there doing this thing, you know? 150 is good pricing.
Yeah,
That-
man.
starting price.
Starting price.
Starting price?
Novice.
I'm telling you,
You're,
off the first.
you're also novice. There you go, Miggy. That's why I said
Novice.
realistic, because you've never done it. So you gotta get some experience.
Yeah, but then
before you
you're
can
the-
charge some more.
But you're the fresh fish on the market, my friend.
You are.
So,
You are. And given everyone, this
Bro,
question
but
was
if
asked
you
to me,
imagine,
one of the boys in
Jay,
Discord-
this is the money hack, bro. Because if you get really good at this shit, bro, that's 3-minute blowies, 150.
and now
a
maybe
pop?
350 because you got experience.
But see, that's-
Time is money and blowies money, baby. All right.
but that's all relative, right? Like, how much money you're making, it's all relative and the money. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it would be, I would need to become the richest person in the world immediately with the first blowy, the richest person in the world immediately, and then also in addition to that, that person would need to introduce me to every single.
But
This
listen,
man- this
dude,
man- this
you're taking
man-
it too realistic.
This guy's
Correct.
saying that
No, that's not
his
the question.
your head game is not $4 billion. All right.
Yeah.
Well, because I
I get it.
don't
I get it.
have
but
a head game
listen,
or want to
I
entertain
know.
a head
I
game.
know. I get it. Oh,
So that would be my price right now. Like, I'm just telling you what I think. Like, what do you want me to say? You want me to say something I don't believe in?
Jay, if you were sus,
If you were sus, exactly.
Now, if I was gay, I'd probably do it for free.
If you were gay and you wanted to make
No,
money
but
out of
you're
it
trying to
and
make
be
some money.
competitive
Okay,
on
so
the
if I was
market,
so you're framing this differently. Okay, if I was gay,
that's what I'm saying. If you
There you
wanted
go.
to do
Yeah.
this,
if I was gay, I would be like the sugar baby of gays, I guess. I guess chase like rich dudes. It wouldn't be
Alright,
just a
buddy.
blow
How much you
150. It would be
charging?
like
How
take
much?
me shopping, buy
I
me
gotta put
this,
another
pay me for
stipulation
this.
very clearly. If you were gay
This
and
man is worth-
wanted to be a sex worker that gives blowies,
Yo, you're
what
doesn't
would
work
you
that
charge?
way, bro.
He gave,
Jay-
why not? He gave me a prize.
Hey, Jay's like fucking Chat GPT, bro. You ask it a question, and he'll give you a fucking answer. And you're like,
All
no,
these
bitch, but
stipulations
yeah, you gotta
and
add
shit.
this right here.
Fuck.
Yeah, because I'm thinking,
Literally, ChatGPT. Yeah.
I'm thinking from a point of view, like if I was gay, right?
Fuck all that. Think of the point of view
I
that
think-
if you were gay and wanted to give blowies for money.
I think if I ask Chat GPT, it might actually give me a better answer than what you're giving us.
I think so.
It might actually give me some good pricing.
Well, due to the market rate.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
It'll say, "I'm a robot. I ain't gay,
All right.
but the pricing is."
If I was okay, like if I was
What,
a
you
gay
want fucking
prostitute-
Mont Blanc and watches for your blowies? You don't want hard cash, dog? That's
No,
what
no,
you're
no,
gonna get
no.
as a,
That
as a sugar.
that's what I'm
as sugar.
saying. As a sugar baby, that's what you do. You get the monetary plus the gifts plus all the money. You see what I'm saying? That would be like seeking arrangements type of deal. Like I would hold myself out for sure, but I would make sure it wasn't $150 for a
okay,
blowy. Well,
and
what the fuck you think? This is an exclusive blowy, bro. I want that fucking.
But you don't know how to
card,
give
the house
blowies,
paid.
dog.
I want
What
everything
makes
taken
you
care of,
think that they're
shopping,
gonna
all of
do-
that shit.
What makes you think they're gonna pay for that?
That's how I would position myself.
But how would you do that? What makes you think they?
I don't know. I would need to get into the crux of it. I don't know how to promote myself as a hoe. Not yet, anyway. You know, if I was a gay, then I would do some Google research. How to promote yourself as a hoe. I don't know. I would start with Google.
Jay said he got that glug look.
Yeah.
Yo, this is exactly right what Alex said. Jay is giving Nat answers right now. Literally. Literally. You can't ask Natalie a question. She does the same shit as you, dog. She does the same shit. She breaks it down way too far. Way too far. It's a simple question, dog.
It's not though.
It is. It really is. Look how fast he spit out
All right,
150.
all right. $3,000. You happy?
$3,000 a
Yes.
blow? Yeah, that's
You're a
why.
high end Vegas
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, you're gonna die homeless and broke.
You're gonna.
Miggy's gonna build himself up.
Mickey ain't building himself up. Mickey be
Yes.
sucking dick.
No,
and then he's
no,
gonna get
no,
HPV in his
listen.
throat. That's
No.
what he's
Oh,
gonna get.
Wait. There was a
$150
part of this-
every 5 minutes.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
say
wait.
$150, and I have a line out the door.
Yeah,
Let me
and
shut down
HPV in
his
your
shit
throat.
real quick. Let me shut down his shit. Part of this question, when it was asked to me,
Mhm.
was everyone you come in contact with will be 100% tested, good
Yeah.
hygiene, and
Answer's still
clean.
same. 3,000.
Right? But that shut down to your shit you just said. Fucking HPV. You'll be fine, Miggy.
But you didn't add that. You're just adding stipulations as we go along.
Well, I'm
what else
sorry.
you gonna change?
Well, also, my stipulation that I added just said it doesn't change your opinion, so fuck off.
$3,000. So
Sure,
See, Miggy,
you're
Miggy,
expensive.
You're
like
gonna
the,
be
like
like
the hoes you're not trying to date.
you're gonna be like the guy who goes in the market like I have everything, like fucking walking out with their big balls, and everyone looks at you and goes, "Dude, we have never seen you here before." Versus Miggy's gonna be that white belt comes in, be nice and motivated, and eventually be a purple belt and sucking dick.
I think I would work the novelty angle on me.
Yeah.
And nobody been in this mouth, so you gotta pay up.
But
Like I said-
$3,000 once.
That's it. Somebody will pay, bro.
But $3,000 one time, Miggy's gonna
Somebody
be
will
Miggy's
pay.
gonna make that in a day.
Someone will pay. Someone will pay 100%.
What?
Can I be what?
Can I be a mod? Who is this?
I don't know.
I don't know who you are. You can't be a mod.
Yeah. Hit up. Go on Eddie's Insta. Hit him up and DM him, and he'll talk to you and set you up if need to be. Right? But hit him up on
We gotta
on
do some
Insta.
research, dog.
Yeah, Insta is
You
in
gotta
a
look at background check.
no. Insta is in a description. Just hit him up, and then Eddie will work with you. We do have some mods, so he'll work with you on that, right? So hit him up on Insta.
I bet you and Natalie would have long arguments.
Natalie makes no sense when she argues. At least I give you reasons why I'm saying one thing or another thing.
She gives reasons too, but they sound just like yours.
No, they don't, man. I don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Now you
Go
just,
to-
now you
go
just
to my
rolling
chat,
with
man.
it. Now you
Go
just
to-
snowballing.
Well, duh. Go to my chat and let's take a look at some of these watches. So that first one is so this is a dual time zone for Earth and Mars, baby.
That's cool.
So this thing is massive though. Clearly,
Is Elon gonna
unwearable,
put that
but
on that plane, on that rocket when he sends it out?
This is pretty cool.
That's
I
cool
saw
shit,
this
yeah.
online when I was looking through Instagram and stuff.
Didn't NASA just commissioned to create moon time and moon time zones?
Really?
Yeah, bro.
So this is actually, guess how much?
I don't know. Tell
Only
me.
$9,000.
Oh shit. Okay. What was it made by?
I'm not sure. It says Duckworth Prestex Dual Time. That's what it's called. But yeah, it's only $9,000, which is pretty cool.
Neil Duckworth watches.
That's cool. I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
So let's chat if you want to look. Yeah, we got the belt in the office. Yeah, guys, if you come in and sign up for the UFC gym, we have a actual UFC belt in there that you can take a picture with. Get a hold of that. It's surprisingly heavy.
It's heavy as hell. Yeah,
it's surprisingly heavy. Go to the mod chat again. You'll see another watch in there. I actually want you to look that one up so we can get a better look of it. But that's
that
just
one
a
is
picture.
cool as hell. I really, really
This
like
thing
this one.
is a full loom dial.
And it's a transparent full loom dial, which you
Yes.
can see the inner workings.
So it's
of
called
this.
the Radiant Elegance.
Radiant Elegance Longo Unzone. Yeah, so this one is legit. It's the watch that I've already had, which they
Alanga
did is just change the.
Fucking A.
Lange.
They had this model and then they just changed the dial on it, right? And made it luminous.
Gesso N.
No, you're looking at the
Just-
wrong
just
thing.
look
Just
up-
do Alanga. That's the person's Insta account.
Yeah, you're looking at the person's Insta.
Alanga.
Alange. Yeah, you see right there, it's on it, right
Mhm.
there. And then put
On their website, it'll probably pop up.
what is it called? Radiant Elegance.
It was their thing.
Yeah, that's their handle. That's their Insta handle.
Radiant Elegance. Put that in.
Yeah.
Put loom dial after that. There you go. See, there we go. That first one. So the watch isn't really like this unless it has the loom and charged up, but it's
I really like
really
their
cool.
date window, man.
Yeah, and that big
date
date
window is
looks
badass. And it switches. Each number switches on its own.
Yes, it's on its. Each one is on its own date wheel.
Yeah.
So it's not like the whole thing spins together.
And another cool thing, you know what I was thinking about, is that charge window.
That's pretty cool.
Because it tells you how much charge you have.
I
how
really
much
want that on
mechanical-
my next watch.
Yeah.
I really actually.
You know
want
who
that on
makes
my
those?
next watch.
Grand Seiko.
Yeah.
Grand Seiko. Has
Seiko has
do
Pressages.
they? They do have. Oh, that's
Seiko
right.
has Pressages.
But they're bigger windows. No.
They have ones that are in the actual. Yes, they have like it's an extra hand on the
Yeah.
actual center. Of
But
the
is
dial.
it a bigger one? Like it almost like takes
They
up a
have
lot
both.
of space.
They have both. That is like a small one and the big one too.
Yeah. Yeah. So your room is so cool.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you.
man.
We
Thanks for
appreciate
that. Thanks, man, or woman. I
We-
don't know who you
we
are. but-
tried. We tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, this watch is super cool. I bet it's gonna be extremely expensive though. Yeah, that's a couple.
Yeah.
things I had on
This
watches.
watch just in general is pretty expensive to begin with. All right, go to the next one. What else we
Wrap
got?
it up. I don't
We
think-
can do one more and then we're done.
Yeah.
I gotta do something.
Didn't you have it up? Another 17 dead-end careers that will disappear in the next decade. This one I thought was interesting, right?
Watch repairs.
Watch repairs.
Well, I guess don't look into what I was telling you the other day, right?
Yeah, so I think I don't think they're gonna disappear. I think what's gonna happen, you're still gonna have people that are gonna want to work, but you're gonna have to work on high-end watches. So you wouldn't need to go to school for this, and like maybe even a Geneva type of a certified Geneva watchmaking certified school for you
Yeah.
to get good at it.
See, the problem is by every day we're getting more people wearing Apple Watches.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that even, for example, were into some higher end luxury watches, maybe they're not into like a watch enthusiast like me and you would say, like we're into the brands and all this, but someone that just buys a Rolex, right?
Mhm.
To buy the Rolex, some people like that are also switching out for the Apple Watch and saying, I don't want to wear this fucking thing anymore. I can look at my emails. I can do this. I
Yeah.
can do that. Even though they spent the 10 grand on a Rolex. There's some people like that out
But
there.
it's clear to say if someone is into watches, man, they're wearing that watch.
Yes.
Yeah, and
if
you
they're
don't
into
really
it.
go and spend on a Rolex without being into watches.
No, man, no.
You think
no.
just some people just
Yes.
buy the Rolex to put the name?
Dude, that's why Rolex is the biggest
Yeah,
watch
you
company
got-
in the
you're right, you're
world.
right, you're right,
It's
you're
because
right.
it's just hype, dog. So many people wear Rolexes and don't know anything about it. And no, like power to you, dog. You can afford it. You can like it. You buy it. I'm not hating on that. What I'm trying to say is a lot of people who buy those watches don't really get into knowing about watches whatsoever. It's just a Rolex. It has the status. It has the name. Simple as that.
Well, then-
and they have the money.
Then there's definitely going to be a gap, and the services are going to be needed. So it's
mean,
kind of like upholstery. Like, who do you know that does upholstery? No one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such
Well,
a
I
dying
can think
business.
of one person. Starts with a G.
Cashiers. Yes, I do think cashiers with minimum wage going up, cashiers
Well,
are going to be
self-checkout.
eliminated.
Self-checkout is
gonna-
so big now. Like,
yeah. And why? Because of the minimum wage, right? Like that was literally the response to minimum wage. Warehouse stockers, yeah, because I think Amazon is basically automated their entire warehouse, and it's a matter of time until
Yeah.
rest of them.
If you're not someone like Natalie who's actually out there fixing these machines that are automated, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's talking about, not that Natalie's not a stalker, right?
No, she's a maintenance person who, if one of these machines breaks down that's automated, she goes in and fixes it.
Machine assemblers, and I think Elon Musk already started this with his robots, and I think it's gonna catch up very
Yeah.
quickly, very quickly. No more unions, no more none of that, Fast food workers, yeah, I can see.
That's gonna be
because
automated, dog.
It's gonna be automated as well. So they're gonna cut half of the workers. I don't know how quickly they'll cut the rest. Proofreaders, yep, ChatGPT
AI,
will
bro.
do that for you.
AI is gonna be the best proofreader
Yep.
you ever seen in your life, and it does it like
Yep.
that.
Textile workers, another one,
Part of the automated factory work.
Because clothing is so cheap, people don't even fix anything unless you have an odd body shape like I do. Like, you don't need those services. You just buy something and wear it. And majority of the time, even when people have my body shape like me, they just wear what they can buy, right?
Exactly.
They don't
We
get
just
it
look-
tailored.
We just look for the stuff that's made for us.
Yeah.
That's what it is,
Or just a size bigger.
Yeah, but I can tell you this: if you get, for example, if I get a tailor-made suit, or a suit that then they tailor it to
yeah.
me, it's like a night and day. But if they make a tailor-made suit, that's gonna be even, you know what I mean? So, so there's definitely market for that.
But it's like the watches
It's-
thing. It's gonna go down.
Yeah,
when it comes to
librarians,
making adjustments and actual tailoring.
yeah, because I think the whole renaissance of reading books is pretty much not renaissance. That's the wrong word, right? Like the whole, yeah, that's gonna go away. 'Cause
Everything is
everyone's reading books.
electronic, dog.
Electronic, yeah.
Like, and not even
You know what-
reading on their electronics, listening to it is the biggest thing.
When I was in high school, in my 12th grade high school exams, I took English as one of my exams that I had to take to pass, to pass the 12th grade and graduate. The subject I chose was books versus CDs. They had those subjects, and I had to write an essay in English, books versus CDs. And this was what, 20 some years ago, right? And back then I said that, CDs are going to overtake books. And my teacher didn't like my essay. They said, "You're stupid. Books will never." I'm like, "What?" I mean, 20 years. Who was right? If you're watching me, teacher. You know what I mean? Who
That's
was
funny.
right? Mail sorters. Yeah, it is going to be automated again. They'll introduce QR codes and it'll be automated. Telemarketers.
Already have that.
AI. Yeah, AI.
Yeah, man, you saw that conversation the Apple AI had.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, yeah, that's
Done.
gone.
Translators, done. You're going to have devices that will translate.
That was
As
pretty
you
cool.
go.
Actually, I was
I
watching.
think already have those.
They
things.
do, but they're not perfect. But it's
Dude,
going to
they're
get better.
pretty fucking good. I'm gonna tell you this. I was at a pop up for my job, right, at Petland Largo, and a guy came by that had some audible disability, right? And on his phone, it was like an overlay. Like, he could go through his phone, be doing stuff, and there was an overlay on top. It was like kind of transparent, where any words that were spoken into the phone would come up. And so I was talking to him, and as I'm talking to him, he's just going like this, looking down constantly at the phone to see what I'm saying. And he could speak a little bit, but he,
Yeah,
it was mumbled and stuff.
But that's what speech impairment, you mean?
Yeah, no, because he had the hearing aid, so I think he could just barely hear. So it's very hard for him to speak and to make out words and
I
things
see
like
what you're
that.
Because I've seen those translators when they go in Japan and they'll talk into a translator. It'll
But this
talk
was really
Japanese and
cool
then
because
we
like the
translate that.
dude was on his homepage, and I want you to imagine like there's
Yeah.
just like this little box in the middle that's very transparent that's popping up all these words, and he's like on his homepage on his phone, which
Yeah,
is
that's
really
cool.
fucking cool.
Yeah, I think Bose made headphones specifically for hearing impaired people to have like it's headphones designed for it.
I 100% would agree with something like that. And anecdotally, Alex said, study shows that you obtain and retain more from physical books compared to devices that have other distracting functions. I agree.
I do, but it's not convenient.
Right. There you go. Not that just because that's true doesn't mean that it's gonna stop books from going away.
Yeah.
You know, they are definitely the more effective way because most people aren't reading on a fucking Kindle. They're just on your phone or your iPad. And when
Most
the
people doing
notification comes through-
audiobooks, man. Most people doing audiobooks.
Yeah.
'Cause most people don't even have time
But
to read anything.
it definitely is true that I think you're gonna retain the information better having a physical book in front of you. Not even just because of the distractions, just because it's physical, dog.
Let me give you an example. A kid, let's say one of your cousin's kids is growing up on a tablet. Do you think when they're old enough, when it's like books become big of a thing where you start reading books, do you think they're gonna elect to read a book at night or scroll through their phone?
Well, of course they're gonna like
Scroll through the phone. Yeah, it's just natural evolution. I mean, a lot of good things like
the
math
next
math
one?
is good, but we have calculators,
toll
right?
booth operators. I don't even understand why they still have these jobs.
Yeah.
Dog, scan my plate and go. Like
Parking enforcement workers. Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same situation.
it's just gonna be
scan-
cameras that are automated through AI, scanning if this car's
Done.
here and checking with their system.
It's gonna
through
be on a
Park Mobile.
dot, bro. You won't be able to stretch that. It'll be
I'm
like
sure there's
second
gonna be
later.
like a 5 or 10 minute leeway. You know,
Yeah.
there always is.
They'll build it in, you think?
Yeah, because if not, it's gonna be like the park. It's gonna be like the cameras when they implemented them in St. Pete. That they had to take them away. You know how in Clearwater you still got them, the red light
Yeah.
cameras, and in Tampa, but in St. Pete they took them away because bro, so many fucking
Well,
tickets
people
going out.
voted against it.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
'cause
people
it
came in
was
and voted
fucking
again.
so-
Like fuck you.
Because
we're
it was
not
so
doing this.
crazy
Yeah.
strict, dog.
Yeah.
I mean, for no other reason.
Yeah.
But guess what? All those cameras are still there. It's not like a money thing.
Yeah. All they have to do is plug it back in.
Not even just fucking go and say, activate.
Yeah. Dispatchers, yeah, I can see that. Data entry workers, yes, I can definitely see that.
Where all this is gonna be
Because
automated.
any of this
scanning all-
manual shit that's very boring and
Tedious.
manual, yeah, it's gonna be all automated.
Dispatchers, that's kind of weird though.
You think so?
Yeah, man, you're calling 911. I need help, and a robot's just telling you. Like,
Well, it's not gonna even sound like a robot, dog.
No, it's not. It's just
You-
gonna
you've
ask
heard-
you.
have you
but
listened to
but
that video
but
from
But
Apple?
you're gonna know it's a robot, and it's like, bitch, you're not here. You have no fucking human emotion.
Did you see-
I need
did-
help right now.
The cool part is listen to this, dog. Is it's automatically gonna do it instantly and gonna basically take the information and instantly send that to the police officer. It's gonna be way more effective. I get what you're saying. It might fuck with people, you know, if they're hiding under a bed and they're calling a robot. I get what you're saying.
But so did you see that interview with Elon Musk when they asked him who do you think is gonna become the president? He swaps on them. He says, "Who do you think is gonna be president in 2034? Is it or whatever number he said? Is it gonna be the Transformers or something else?" Basically alluding that AI might become president. You know what I mean?
I don't think the people will ever let that happen.
Well, it could be someone with a like instead of a person, it could be the AI version of that person.
No, not gonna happen.
I don't know.
That's it.
Data entry workers.
Okay,
meter readers.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all gonna be
all through a
automated.
computer.
Yeah, keep going down. Taxi drivers, yeah, because it's all gonna be with Tesla self-driving.
Yep.
I demonstrated to Eddie. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's damn
pretty
near-
fucking
it's
cool.
Pretty fucking good.
It's pretty
yeah.
fucking cool. I was kind of sketched though. It was kind of sketch at first.
Yeah.
That's it. Alrighty, guys. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight in the chat. We appreciate you guys coming in and talking shit with us, challenging us and stuff like that. So we always like that stuff. And yeah, always forget.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you want us to talk about something, or
Yes,
you want us to
we
look
like to
something up,
hear-
yeah, we'd like to hear your comments
And if
on
you guys
it.
have anything
Mhm.
you guys want us to talk about, always open to suggestions on topics.
Yeah.
We want to hear the news you guys are hearing that we're missing, or funny questions even. We love Miguel's
Not-
dumb questions.
We can't promise you
Sorry,
we're gonna.
not dumb. They're interesting.
Yeah,
but
we're not
they're-
gonna promise you
they're
to
left
give you
field.
an. Yeah, we're not gonna promise you we're gonna give you an answer that you like to hear, but we'll give you an answer.
We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try. All right, guys. Don't
Yeah.
forget UFC Gym Largo and Vitality Wellness Center. If you're interested in the UFC, hit me up. I'll get you guys settled. If you're interested in Vitality, hit Emily up. I think her stuff is probably somewhere on her page. If not, you can go through my Instagram and find her there. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in the chat. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, guys.